Children, how they grow up so fast. But, Crocodile, buddy, you're almost the size of me, so if you could promise not to take a bite out of me, that would be, much appreciated. Hey everybody, DmodGmod here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Soulsilver version. In the last episode, we took on the Azela Town Pokemon Gym, and we made it out with our second gym badge, believe it or not. Look at this. 2 nice shiny badges, 2 out of 8, and honestly, we've been getting kind of lucky because these first early gyms like Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver can actually be kind of brutal. Like Falconer's roosting and Bugsy's U-turning and everything else can be pretty nasty, especially even Chickarina. But thankfully, due to a certain ball of gas that we have, being, you know, Ghastly over here, we've been making it out pretty well. Not saying that Crocodile hasn't been putting in work either, but, you know, Ghastly has kind of been the star. But it's okay, Crocodile, I love you very much. I think he's confused. Oh, no, he's happy. Everyone's got the scent of smoke. I don't think that's a good thing, but whatever you like, Crocodile, I won't judge. That being said, though, we need to address something here because last episode, my Totodile actually evolved into this Crocodile here, battling our rival from the last episode, and now, in my opinion, is the perfect time for us to talk about the starter evolutions, because now that our starter has evolved, I want to talk about all the starter Pokemon and their evolutions, because starter Pokemon are very special, and I think it deserves their own little segment. So without further ado, I think now's the perfect time to talk about the starter evolutions. With that being said, let's get right to it. Seeing as how Chickarina is the first Pokemon on the Pokedex, I think it's only fitting if we talk about its evolution first, being Bayleaf. Bayleaf is my personal favorite out of all the second evolution forms. I think it's adorable, I like its design, I think it looks pretty cool, I like its leaf and how it has a little cut in it, I think it's very cool. And I like its first evolution a lot too, but that's besides the point. Let's talk about what Bayleaf actually does. Now that it's evolved from a Chickarina, its defenses have gone way up, and it's a much more bulkier Pokemon, and overall, it's a very well-rounded Pokemon, but it's mostly focused on defenses, just like its pre-evolution, compared to the other 2 starters. It's still a grass type, so it still has tons of weaknesses, but at least now, when it's not against something it's weak against, it'll be more tanky and overall more reliable. I still think it's probably the hardest starter of the free-to-use throughout the entirety of the game, but it's a very cool Pokemon, I like it quite a bit, and overall, from evolving from a Chickarina, it is overall well-balanced. And something else to note before I go off to the next starter is that the starter evolutions have some interesting levels they evolve at, and Bayleaf is kind of the only one that's kind of standardized. She's right in the middle, very balanced out, which is pretty much the theme of the starter altogether. A very balanced Pokemon. Next up on the line, we have ourselves the Cyndaquil evolution Quilava, and Quilava, fun fact, is actually the fastest evolving starter Pokemon in the entirety of the series, evolving from Cyndaquil only at level 14. It evolves like super fast. You can have a Quilava by the time you beat the first gym. It is very possible. Now, what can we say about Quilava that has been said about Cyndaquil? Honestly, not too much, because believe it or not, just like Cyndaquil, it is exactly the same, where it rivals point-to-point the stats of a Charmander Family Line Pokemon. It has the exact same base stats of a Charmeleon, so if you used a Charizard in Family Line before, you're going to feel like you're using a Charmeleon here, because it is quite literally the exact same stat-wise. It's fast, it has good special attack, it's overall pretty reliable, and like I said before, it is probably the easiest of all the starters to make use of, just because it's nice and efficient. Fire types are pretty cool. And then, of course, finally, we have ourselves our evolution of our starter Pokemon, Crocodile, the big egg-looking crocodile. Seriously, this thing looks like a giant egg just with legs and arms. Anyways, though, what can we say about Crocodile? Crocodile is, just like its pre-evolution, more focused on the physical side, having high attack, high defense, and solid HP, but all of its other stats are kind of mediocre. It's more focused on just physical attributes of attack and defense. That doesn't mean it's bad or anything whatsoever, but like I said before, there are a ton of Water-type Pokemon, so there's a lot of competition in this generation for what Water-type you want to use, but Crocodile is very serviceable. It's got high attack, high defense, and most of the stuff I've said about Totodile carries over to this Pokemon as well. However, something that's kind of interesting about Crocodile here is that it evolves extremely late compared to other starter Pokemon, evolving at level 18, which is very late for a starter-type Pokemon. However, the good news is, I'm not going to spoil what level it evolves at, but because of the fact that it evolves so late, it actually gets some special treatment in that its third evolution comes very fast compared to most starter Pokemon, so if you like Crocodile, I hate to say it, but there's a good chance you're not going to be having a Crocodile for very long, because it's probably going to evolve pretty soon. But that being said, Crocodile's pretty cool. This walking egg alligator, I like him. And that's all I gotta say about the starter Pokemon. With that being said, let's get back into it. And there you go, all my thoughts on the starter evolution Pokemon. And like I said during the bios, I don't really think a lot of people will have a Crocodile like me right here, because I only have 2 team members on my entire party at the moment, so my experience isn't being cut up like a ton. But if you're playing with like a more full squad of Pokemon, it's a good chance you might not have a Crocodile as early as me if you pick Totodile as well. But thankfully, I've been kind of lucky and I have myself a Crocodile. That mouthful aside, everything's done here in Azela Town. It is time for us to finally move on past Azela Town. I'm gonna miss its music. But I'm just kidding, we got one more pit stop to make. We gotta go over here to Kurt, because I believe Kurt should be done with our next set of Pokeballs here. Kurt, what you got? Ah, Zachary, I just finished your Pokeball. Here. I don't know why I made him sound like that, but we get ourselves the Friend Balls for talking to him. That turned out great. Try catching Pokemon with it. The Friend Ball is our second set of Apricorn Pokeballs that we can get from Kurt here, which are made by the green Apricorns that we gave him last time. And Friend Balls are pretty straightforward. They are, wait, that's berries. Why'd I go to berries? There we go, Friend Ball. Friend Ball here is a very simple Pokeball. It makes it so that Pokemon that are caught with it are more friendly. And you're probably wondering what exactly this means. Well, there's something in Pokemon that's a little bit rare that we're not really going to be talking about too much this project, because, to be frank, it's not a super, like, it's not a very, like, mechanic you need to know about. Like, it's very niche, I guess you could say. But basically, friendship is a thing that every Pokemon has. And by catching a Pokemon in a friendship ball, you will have a boost in happiness the moment you catch it. And happiness can be raised in all sorts of ways. You can run around with your Pokemon, you can battle with your Pokemon, you can win battles with your Pokemon, all sorts of things. And for some Pokemon, happiness is a factor that actually matters, but for my Pokemon, and for a lot of Pokemon in particular, happiness is not really a super important thing. So, yeah. A cool little Pokeball, but nothing super necessary. However, before we go, I may as well give him some more Apricorns to make Pokeballs out of, and I'm thinking this time we're going to give him the black ones, which apparently have an indescribable scent. I don't know if I want to know what that means, but we'll give him to him anyways. It'll take a day for me to make a Pokeball. Come back for it later. There you go. So we've already gone to see 2 sets of Apricorn Pokeballs. Hopefully we'll get to see them all before the end of the project. I'm making it my goal to do such a thing. And before we go, we may as well grab his little Apricorn over here. I hope Kurt does not mind me stealing his Apricorn tree. There you go. And now, for real this time, no jokes aside, it is finally time for us to move out of Azela Town. I'm gonna miss its music, but it's time for us to move on forward. Here we go. How you doing, Tollgate man? Ilix Forest is big. Be careful, don't get lost. I'll keep that in mind, good sir. The forest is watched over by its protector. Stay out of mischief. I will do just that. Let us go. Into Ilix Forest, and this screen card right here, and during the sunset when I'm recording it, is a beautiful sight. And Ilix Forest has a beautiful little music. Yes, that's a sentence. A beautiful little music. I meant to say a beautiful little song. Although we've heard it before. Still very relaxing and nice though. And oh, what the heck? I was about to start talking to this fine young gentleman over here, but as I was walking, looks like our Pokemon eggs are finally ready to hatch. Well, crap. And just like that, Togepi hatched out of the egg. I was not ready for this. I knew it was gonna hatch soon, but damn, alright, nice. And I don't got a nickname for this new Togepi, but there you go. So yeah, it looks like our Pokemon egg is finally hatched. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? This here is Togepi, the only Togepi in the entirety of the game. This is the only way you can get one of them is from hatching it from this egg. And Togepi is an interesting Pokemon. It comes at level 1 like all egg Pokemon come out of Pokemon eggs for. And they all come at level 1, so all the way from the bottom. And Togepi here has some pretty mediocre stats. It's going to be kind of difficult to raise up at the start. However, there's some interesting things about Togepi. Particularly, in my opinion, the most interesting thing is its ability, Serene Grace. And what Serene Grace does is it makes it so that all secondary effects and moves have a double effect. So they have double the chance of happening, basically. So, for example, Extra Sensory here is a move that Togepi comes with. It's 80 power, 100 accuracy. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, you're not wrong, it is. But Serene Grace will make it so that its flinching chance, which I believe is normally 20%, will actually have a 40% chance of happening. So Serene Grace will actually make a lot of secondary effects become way more common and make a lot of moves very annoying to deal with. So Serene Grace is, in my opinion, one of the best abilities out there, and Togepi is one of the few Pokemon that get it. So if you want to go ahead and raise Togepi, it may be a little difficult at first, but with enough time and patience, it'll definitely pay off in the end, because once Togepi gets going, it will become a very reliable Pokemon. I like Togepi quite a bit, however, I'm not going to be using it on my team. Also, can I just point out that Togepi is an egg Pokemon and it hatched from an egg? We literally hatched an egg into another egg. Let's just hope that Togepi doesn't hatch, because that would be kind of gruesome. Anyways, bad imagery aside, let's move on forward. As I was going to do, you there, sir. Oh man, my boss is going to be angry. The Farfetch that cut trees for charcoal just took off in the forest. Can you catch them for me? Farfetch have sensitive ears. If you step on a branch, they'll face towards you. That's your chance. Sneak in from behind and catch them. Do you think you can do that? I can try my dang best. Alright, let's go. And wild Pokemon first step in. Okay, these Farfetch might have to wait before I put my repels on. And oh my god, it's a level 6 Weedle, the horror! This is gonna be Crocodile's first ever battle. Alright, Crocodile, show your might! Water gun! Not the most exciting first battle, mind you, because it's gonna get knocked out instantly, right? Yeah, there you go. But first battle's the first battle, which reminds me though, I definitely need to put my repels on because this forest is filled with wild Pokemon and I don't feel like running into Pokemon every 5 seconds. So let's go get a repel up, and there you go. I cannot wait till we get better repels though in the future. 100 steps, while it's not the worst thing in the world, it can definitely be better, and thank God it does get better with better repels. So over here we have ourselves the Farfetch, and trying to catch these Farfetch here is basically playing Duck Duck Goose, except now it's, you know, Duck Duck Duck, because it's with Farfetch. And what you gotta do is you gotta use these branches to make noise to attract the Farfetch to turn in a different direction, and then once you get them distracted, you have to sneak up from behind them and catch it. Stuff it right in the bag. There you go. I feel like a real Team Rocket member now. Wow, you found a Farfetch, thank you. But there's one more missing. We step on a branch, it'll face that way, remember? That's your chance to catch it. Sneak up slowly from behind. Alright, so apparently there's one more Farfetch over here. We gotta find this one. And this one's a little bit more tricky to find out. And fun fact about this Farfetch. And ooh, okay, hold on that thought for a second. We got ourselves a revive over here. I'm jumping all over the place this episode, but trust me, this revive is worth jumping to because this revive over here is a fantastic item. It's kind of rare at this point in the game. Revives, just as the name implies, will revive your fainted Pokemon to 50% of its HP, and that is obviously very handy to be able to revive your Pokemon from being fainted. However, you cannot buy them for the time being, and it's going to be a little bit before we can buy them, so this revive is actually pretty rare, so it's definitely worth keeping, you know, for a last resort situation. But you can buy them later. For the time being, though, we can't. So for now, they're pretty rare. And there goes my repel. Great. This is what I'm talking about. I cannot wait until we get better repels, because 100 steps just does not do it for me. So as I was saying, this Farfetch over here, there's 2 of them in total, like you mentioned, and this other Farfetch is up here. And believe it or not, I actually unfortunately had to scrap my last recording this episode because some weird technical things happened. But this Farfetch took me like 5 minutes to remember how to catch, even though it's really not that hard. I felt really embarrassing about it, but thankfully, I know how to do it now. It's been a while since I did it last time, but it's okay. All you gotta do is you gotta talk to the Farfetch, you gotta scare him over. Scare him over one more time. You'll run up over here, and then after you get him up here, you want to step on these branches here. I'll turn around over that way. You want to sneak past these branches without touching them, or else they'll notice you. Go right over here, and gotcha. And stuff it right back in the bag. That's the real way to catch Pokemon. Forget Pokeballs. Wow, you got me both of them. Thank you so much. My boss's Pokemon won't obey me because I don't have a badge. Ah, you saved me. And speak of the devil, I think that's your boss. Ah, my Farfetch. You found them for us, kid. Without them, we won't be able to cut trees for charcoal. Thanks, kid. Now, how can I thank you? Oh, I know. Here, take this. And by helping them, we get ourselves HM01, which is, take a guess for it. That's right, it's cut. That's the HM cut. Teach that the Pokemon to clear small trees. Of course, you have to have a gym badge from Azela to use it. This is the reason why we took on the gym before going on any further, because you kind of get stuck over here by this tree over here if you don't have yourself the Azalea Pokemon gym badge. Now, the problem is, even though we have cut to cut down this tree, which sounds all nice and dandy, the problem is none of my Pokemon on my team here can actually learn cut. Actually, no, wait, I think Crocodile can learn it, right? Yeah, Crocodile can learn cut, but the problem here is that I am not teaching my Pokemon of my main party cut, because cut, in my opinion, is a terrible move. It only has 50 power, the 95 accuracy, it's just not really all that great, and like I mentioned before with HMs, they're not like TNs where you can just remove the move normally. You have to like have a very specific method to remove HMs, and we're not going to be able to do that for quite some time, so I'm thinking we're not going to do that with my Crocodile, and instead we're going to go back and catch a Pokemon that can learn cut, because I'm not teaching my beloved Crocodile how to use cut. So, while I was out looking for my Pokemon they learned cut with, I actually got a call from Professor Elm here. Hey Zachary, this is great news. I have Pokemon hatched in that egg. I knew giving that egg to you, Zachary, was the right thing to do. I just knew it. You should come here and show what kind of Pokemon it is. Sir, I don't know how you know how my egg hatched. Do you have a tracking device on me or something? Because if you do, I'm mildly concerned, but, I'll take it as a kind gesture, I guess. So anyways, creepy professor aside, I actually went ahead and caught ourselves a Pokemon which is going to be perfect for getting through Ilix Forest with because it can learn cut. And that is right over here. Behold, HM Machine the Rattata. The one, the only, he does it all. He learns cut, he learns rock smash, he can learn all your HMs. No, I'm not even kidding. Rattata makes for a really good HM learner if you are lacking a Pokemon to do such a thing. So we have ourselves HM Machine the Rattata. And I know I'm terrible with nicknames, but come on, it's very direct, it gets to the point. HM Machine's a perfect nickname. So there you go, all that taken care of. But before we go on forward, there's actually one more thing I want to show off over here. If you go over here to this house after helping out the kid with the Farfetch, as you can see, the Farfetch are back in their place. And also, the kid's over here. How you doing, buddy? I'm sorry, I forgot to thank you. This is the charcoal that I made. Fire teams will become more powerful when a Pokemon holds that. So by helping him out and coming back over here to talk to him, you get yourself a free charcoal, which is basically the exact same thing as a, what do you call it? A Miracle Seed, except for Fire-type Pokemon, which will boost our Fire-type attacks up. So if you have a Cyndaquil, it's going to be a good idea to grab that. Unfortunately for me, though, I don't have a use for it, but I thought I'd show it off nonetheless, because that's a pretty handy item to have. Now, with all of that mouthful aside, back to Ilix Forest we go. Aha, small tree, you dare to stand in my way? Not no longer. Cut. Hacha! I don't really know where I was going with that, but there you go. Tree cut down, we can move on forward. And this shrine over here looks pretty cute. I like it. I wonder if it has any purpose that may or may not have to do with some sort of mythical event. I wonder. Anyways, now that we're actually going for Ilix Forest for real now, can I just say, this place is freaking beautiful. You have all, like, the light piercing through the sky. You have the water ripples. If you go near it with this, like, really calm and, like, mysterious music. Ilix Forest is a beautiful place. It's probably one of my favorite looking places in the entirety of the game. I love it. And what does the sign say? Trainer tips. Ilix Forest is so overgrown with trees that you can't see the sky. Please watch over for items that may have been dropped. We will do just that. Gonna put another repel up because it's gonna get kind of annoying. And let's get one going forward. So yeah, this place is freaking gorgeous. I love this place. And, oh, I see an item over here. Grab that. It is a free X attack. Alright, cool. I don't know if I actually talked about X attacks before, battle items in general. Let me see. Do I have one already? I do? Okay, that means I definitely talked about it already. Okay, cool. Let's keep on going then. And I believe over here there's another hidden item. Yeah, right over here. There's a hidden antidote over here. So they weren't kidding. There are items all over the ground here to look out for. And we got a guy over here. I don't know what he's doing. He's just staring at this tree, but I'll leave him be. And who do we got over here? This girl looks kind of familiar. Komodo girl, lost all alone. Poor girl, lost in the dark. Ilix Forest. Is this supposed to be a haiku or something? What? You remember me from Violet City? You must be imagining. Anyway, will you show me the way out of this forest? I would love to, but I have no idea where to go. But you know what? Just for the sake of being a fine gentleman, yes, I will. You will? Are you lost in the forest as well? Ah, dang it, she's good. How do you know how to get out of here? Apparently Crocodile knows. Wow, are you going to show me how to get out? You are such a smart Pokemon. See you. Wow, okay, don't even give me any thanks. He did all the thanks to my Pokemon. Although, I guess that is kind of fair. He kind of did all the work. Good boy, Crocodile. Aw, okay, that's kind of adorable. Now, before we go any more forward, even though that Pokeball over there looks really tempting, you want to take a stop down over here, and apparently put on a repel because repels don't last any time at all. I cannot wait till we get to upgrade. I've already said it like 3 times, but seriously, I cannot freaking wait. That being said, though, we want to go over here because there's a pit stop we want to make. This guy over here is, apparently bashing his head on a tree. We should probably check if he's okay. What am I doing? I'm shaking trees using Headbutts. It's fun. Here, why don't you have your Pokemon too? By talking to this guy over here, we have ourselves a move tutor, which will teach you to move Headbutt to your Pokemon, to anyone who can learn it, that is. Which Pokemon should learn it? And believe it or not, we actually do want to learn this, because Headbutt is actually a pretty fantastic move. Crocodile's trying to learn Headbutts. We will definitely learn this, though. Let's go for it. So Headbutt here. Headbutt's actually a very reliable move. It has 70 base power, 100 accuracy, and has a chance to make Pokemon flinch. So it is actually a very reliable normal type move, and it's much better than Scratch. We're going to be getting rid of that immediately for Headbutts. And even though Headbutt is a fantastic move in battle, there's actually multiple uses for the move Headbutt, and I am actually going to be taking advantage of this other use. Because, believe it or not, him bashing his head against this tree is actually not just him being crazy. You can actually use Headbutt on trees to actually make things happen with the trees. You can make things fall out of the tree. And there is a certain Pokemon that can actually appear out of this tree that we actually want to catch. Or at least I want to catch that well, I personally want to catch. I tongue twisted myself there, like usual. I talk too fast, I swear to... It's the worst. So what we want to do to use this Headbutt here is we want to go back over here to Azela Town. I know we've only been gone from Azela Town for 5 seconds, but bear with me on this. There's a reason we're doing this, because there's a Pokemon we want to catch over here. And before I do that, I'm gonna go get some more Pokeballs over here, because this old man keeps getting in my way. But anyways, we're gonna be trying to get this Pokemon here, and I want more Pokeballs for it because this Pokemon is actually kind of hard to catch from my memory. Like every time I try to catch this Pokemon, it takes a few Pokeballs. So here we got 10 Pokeballs, so that should be fine. But if we go over here to the second employee over here, he will have ourselves some Net Balls. And Net Balls are a new type of Pokemon we haven't seen before, which work well against Bug and Water type Pokemon. And I'm not going to spoil the Pokemon we're looking for here, but they may or may not be one of these two types, so we're going to be getting some net balls. Now that we're all geared up, it is time for us to go forward and headbutt some trees. Like good old, I don't know, gentlemen. I don't know where I was going with that. Here we go. So basically, when you have headbutt onto a Pokemon, you can go up to a tree and you can use headbutt on said tree. And by doing so, you can have a chance to knock things out of the tree and cause things to happen. Like so! We have ourselves a wild Pokemon here. Okay, am I gonna get it first try? Let's see. It is not what I was looking for, but it's an Apom over here. I'm pretty sure this is the only way you can find Apom the entirety of the game is by headbutting trees, and it's a pretty adorable Pokemon, but it's not the Pokemon I'm looking for. There is a very specific Pokemon I'm looking for. It is one of my favorites in the Johto region, and I really want to catch one because I'm using it on my team. And some folks may know what Pokemon I'm looking for, but not going to spoil it for those who do not. I think we can find it from this side over here. That is not the Pokemon I'm looking for. If I wanted to spear, I could have had one long ago. Trying away again. Now, the Pokemon I am looking for is kind of rare, so if I don't find it for, like, the first tries... Aw, he loves me? Aw. Thank you, Crocodile. But more importantly, we gotta bash his heads in. So, like I was saying, the Pokemon I'm looking for is kind of rare, so I might have to cut this out if it takes too long, because it may take a few tries. And it's another Apom. Apom, I really like you. You're an adorable little monkey, especially in the anime. Ash's Apom was adorable, but no thank you. And aha! There she is! Heracross! Heracross here is one of my favorite Pokemon of the Johto region. It is a bug-fighting type Pokemon. It is an adorable little scamp in the anime, and I love it in this game. I've used it on pretty much all my playthroughs of Heart Gold and Soulsilver, and I'm keeping the tradition alive by catching one here, because I want this Heracross for a third member of our team. So without further ado, I'm going to pray that this bite does not KO it. It is resistant to it's a fighting type, and oh, it uses Endure, which is even better, because Endure makes so you can't die in one hit, so... that should mean, no matter what, yeah, there you go. Bring it down to low HP, and now it's time to try and catch this thing. Because Heracross, like I mentioned, is a little bit tricky to catch, so I'm hoping with a few net balls we'll be fine. But I've had a bad history of catching Heracross. It tends to break into Pokeballs a lot. 1, 2, 3. Or you can just make a liar of me and get in the ball immediately. Alright, I'll take it. We call ourselves a Heracross. Alright. Heracross that was added to the Pokedex. And Heracross is a single horde Pokemon. It's a bug fighting type, which is a very rare typing. In fact, it is the only Pokemon that have this typing all the way up until Generation 7. So it was a very unique Pokemon for a very long time. And honestly, it still pretty much is. It's usually docile, but if it's disturbed while sipping honey, it chases off the intruder with its horn. It's a giant stag beetle fighting Pokemon. I like that quite a bit. And now, I normally have a nickname for my Heracross, which I use on pretty much all my Heracrosses, but due to the fact that it is a girl, it doesn't work quite as well here. But you know what? Screw it, I'm going to go with it anyways because I like the nickname for it. So we're going to be nicknaming this thing, wait for it. This is a reference to a certain series that some of you may know. We're going to be nicknaming it Ganta. That's right, folks, I actually nicknamed one of my Pokemon. It's a miracle, isn't it? So now that being said, now we call ourselves our third team member for the party. How about we go ahead and take a look at our newfound member, Ganta the Heracross. Alright, sorry about the cutaway, folks. I had to go take care of something quickly. But now that being said, how about now we go ahead and take a look at our newfound member here, Ganta the Heracross. Here we go. So Ganta here apparently has it has a lonely nature? Oh, I feel kind of bad for it now. It's okay, Ganta, you'll be friends with all of us in no time. You won't be lonely any longer. Although actually being a lonely nature is actually pretty good, because I'm pretty sure that lonely makes it has higher attack and lower defense, which is actually not a bad trade-off whatsoever. Heracross is a beast in the attack department, so I'm actually okay with this. And as you can see, it comes with the moves Tackle, Leer, Horn Attack, and Endure at level 5. And while that's not the best moveset of all time, we can make do with it. Heracross, it takes a little bit to get going because it comes at a kind of a low level since you have to catch up with a Headbutt tree. But it'll be fine, we'll make do with it. Something that is kind of cool about it, though, is it has the ability Guts. And it basically, Guts doubles its attack stat if it has a status problem, which is a very handy ability to have at times. Anything else? Not really, but as you can see, Ganta here, it's a pretty cool Pokemon. Bug fighting types are pretty cool typing, and its moves and like stats are going to be crazy later on. So yeah, welcome to the team, Ganta. Glad to have you. Can you believe it? We finally have more than 2 team members. It's been a while, hasn't it? That being said, though, we should probably go heal up. We just got ourselves a new Pokemon. We may as well. And there we go. All healed up and rested. How you feeling, Ganta? You look a little bit confused. Oh, look at that. Never mind. Oh, never mind. He just likes the scent of smoke. He doesn't like me. I see how it is, Ganta. I'll just go cry in a corner. Jokes aside, that being said, though, I think now is probably a good stopping point for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I apologize if I was a little bit stuttery and all over the place. I've been, like I said before, I was kind of recovering from a concussion of sorts. So this is my first time recording in a while. But hopefully I did a fine job of it. That being said, though, thank you guys for watching. And next time, on Pokemon Soulsilver version, we'll be going for the rest of Ilix Forest for real. In fact, believe it or not, we're pretty much almost through the entire place already. It's actually not that big of a place. Even though the toll gate actually makes it sound like it's a big place, but it's really not. But yeah, next time we'll be exploring the rest of Ilix Forest, going on through it, and seeing what lies beyond of our newfound friend Ganta. That being said, see you guys then.